Good morning, guys. Welcome to my Monday morning rant for Monday, the 21st of November, 2022. So, I don't rewatch my podcasts or these little Monday morning rants, but I do know that last week's one was a bit flat in mood. Um, I've had a few people, a few friends of mine reach out to me in this last week to check in to see if I'm okay and stuff. And I'm really thankful for that. But at the same time, um, I'm a grown man, and I bought a little bit of weed for the first time in a very long time, and yeah, it wasn't good. And that's okay, and I am totally okay. Um, it was just, if anything, it was just confirmation for myself that if I was to start smoking weed again, that I would be on a path that I've been on before. And whilst I was a super highly functional weed smoker when I was young, uh, towards the end of it, I just became this big pile of just slop and mess, and no ambition, no motivation. If anything, I was probably just like smoking bongs like someone would do heroin. I was just looking for a way out. And I think when I smoke bongs, I just get to a level of numbness where I can not um, worry so much about life and stuff in general. I think I just lose all care for things, and that's not a good thing for me. Um, so so yeah, it was a full on week of just smoking weed there for a while, and I did that thing, like when I was a smoker, and if I ever ran out of weed, or if I ever was like had to wait a day to get some more weed from the dealer, I would sit there with a really sharp knife and grab my grinder, and I would know how to clean that grinder with the knife to a point where I could scrape up some dust that was left over from grinding the weed. And so even when my weed ran out, I did 1 or 2 days there of like, no weed left, fine, back to smoking cigarettes and drinking alcohol. And 2 days into that, it wasn't happening for me. And I just sat there with the grinder, and I reckon I scraped up another 3 cones worth of dust, and from that grinder. And it's the strongest shit too, because it's so fine. um it just wasted me. So, so I just find it funny that I did that, and it's a sign of a true druggie, I reckon. So I caught up with Viv, who is back from Bali, and this time around she came back a completely different person. She was talking the talk this time. I think something has really clicked with her in terms of spirituality and the yogi in her, and she came back. Again, I'm trying not to judge, right? But she came back and she was saying stuff that had so much yoga terminology in it, and I understood it all, but at the same time, it was new for her, and it just sounded like something that she had been someone had told her, and she was regurgitating it back at me. And I don't mean that in a bad way, okay? I just think like when you're truly into something and you start to um uh when you truly get excited about something and you start to try to tell somebody else, like a friend of yours, about how excited you are about something, I think you might sound like the person that you've been listening to, whether it's a YouTube video or whether you went to a class or you've met someone new. I think that's how it starts. So it was an interesting catch up because I just wanted to let her get it out. I hadn't seen her in a while, and she wanted to do this exercise where we were going to be staring into our souls, like sitting really close to each other and just looking at each other's souls through our eyes. And I'm all down for that. But at the same time, I had just scraped together one of those powdery, dusty cones. And so I was stoned off my face. And you know what's cool about it is she's so connected at the moment that she picked up on it. Before long, it was only about 15, 20 minutes in that she's like, something's not right. And she called it, and she knew, like when I admitted that I was stoned, she was like, she knew it. She could totally feel it. And yeah, I'm sure she could tell as well. So yeah, it wasn't the best of best catch up. So we're catching up again today. It's 6:30 in the morning right now, and I'm gonna see her in an hour or so. I'm gonna get up and go. Maybe do a little bit of a shoot, and we're also gonna catch up with my good mate Leslie for breakfast in the city as well. So yeah, look, I'm totally fine. I don't really want to rant on this morning. I managed to smoke the rest of the weed that I had left, and I didn't reorder some more, which is the main thing, right? The main thing is to not have it in the house all the time. I just really can't afford that. Well, I can afford it financially, but I think mentally I can't afford it. And I managed to sign all the documents and contracts and paperwork that was needed for me to properly take over this apartment that I've bought. And man, that paperwork, I've said it before, but like whoever designs forms, these people need to be fucking sacked, man. I swear. Like these people are the most evil, nasty sadists around. Like, nothing makes me feel more stupid than trying to fill in a fucking form. Hey, like honestly, the forms that the amount of forms that I had to fill to sell this house and buy this new place, it's been crazy. And every single form that I've had to fill in is in another language. I swear, it's not English. It's something else. And every question on there makes you feel stupid. And every question makes me feel so dumb because I don't understand the fucking question. The forms are nuts. Like, I understand it has to be done. Hey, you know, I'm privileged, and I'm in a position where I even get to sign these forms. So what am I complaining about? I suppose I'm not. I'm just having a fucking rant. And yeah, so that's done. Like the forms, as far as I know, the forms are done. And yeah, I get the keys keys to the apartment on the 15th of December. So I've got one final inspection of the place. They would have moved the furniture and all that shit out of there. So I need to inspect the place to make sure that it's in good condition and nothing was damaged whilst they were moving it out, or since I've bought it. And then from there, I suppose I need to work on hooking up all the electricity and internet, especially, right? And all that kind of stuff. And really just start packing. I've been talking about packing for a while now, and I haven't. And I've just got to start doing it. But at the same time, I know that as soon as I get in the zone on that shit, it'll all just happen. So yeah, I'm gonna leave this one at that. I'm gonna keep it short, and yeah, no weed for me. Just back on the booze, and I don't even know what I've got going on this week. I think I need to send a few things, parcels for friends overseas, and I think I'm shooting with a girl who I've been wanting to shoot with for ages now. She's from interstate somewhere. I don't even remember where she's from. I think she's from Queensland. Um, but she's in town on this week, and I think we're shooting on Friday, so I'll have to double check that. But yes, I will leave it at that. I hope everyone has an awesome week, and I shall catch you guys in the next one. See yous.